As you can see on the floor here, the show has provided us with the outer perimeters of our booth. In order to add as much excitement and variation within the booth, we try to develop different elevations. Matt, Sean, and Tyler are currently working on setting up these Pisa walls. Our finished height of elevation in this booth is actually over 3 feet above the existing concrete floor here. So later today we will see that come together. Maybe we'll revisit it in the next couple of hours. We're into 3/4 of the way through day 2, and you can see that the impact is starting to show on the booth development. We've gotten into our Indiana coursing, which normally would be a mortared product, but we're utilizing it in a dry lay instead of a mortar-based product, again, so we can retract the material at the end of the show. You can see the aero sand steps that we're going to be using throughout the course of the booth. And we finally got a good stronghold on the water feature. We've got the general body of it done. We're still far from completing it. We've got upper coping and some plumbing left to do on that. Okay, again, the guys are on break, a well-deserved break on another eventful day. As we come over here towards the stairs, we can see that we're using a lot of concrete block to develop our elevation instead of putting things on sand. The expected traffic flow that's going to go through this booth has to be able to hold up while the 75,000 people that may come through the door walk through the booth. Okay, so we're considering at the back of the booth. Here at Canada Blooms, they like all sides visible. We're using a precast product. As a company, we don't utilize a lot of precast, but it fulfills a very functional purpose here at the show. You get to see the various elevations that the booth is going to achieve. We're sitting a little bit above 3 feet along the back. We've also got some wooden support posts that have come out of the ground. This is the beginnings of our overhead structure and what will become our vaudeville curtains and rear display. We're here on day 3. I think everyone agrees that we could have used that extra hour of sleep that we lost last night. We're not looking too bad. We've got a new element starting this morning. We're going to start into our horizontal surface, our aero sand flagstone. As you can see, Sean's up there packing the sand away and trying to keep it stable for those tens of thousands of people that are going to come through the booth over the next week. So we can see down here that this is going to be our upper terrace where the guitar player is going to be standing and performing for people during the show. Again, we've got our backdrop support post sticking up for our curtain and our overhead fabric structure that's going to happen sometime around midday today.
I follow you now.
So as you can see, we're still plugging away on the water feature on day 3. Our original goal was to have the water feature done on day 1, but unfortunately that's the way things happen here at Canada Blooms. So what we have here is we've got some large Indiana sheets that later this morning we're going to actually be standing these sheets up vertically, which is an extremely bold and precarious task. Through a lot of deliberation on how that's going to happen, I think we finally found a solution to how we're going to put that together. The box on top is our fire table. Late this afternoon we will be opening that box and finding a home for that fire table within the booth.